Hello to all my stash busters out there. Welcome back to Scrapping the Stash with Gail, Chronicles of the Craft Room. It is the third Friday of the month, and you know what that means. It is time for the sketch collaboration that we've been working on in the annual catalog for 2025 to 2026. On page 28, they have these awesome templates for scrapbooking. And so we have been working through all these sketches, and today is the last one. And this is the sketch we are going to be working with today. So it's pretty basic, very simple, but I tend to embellish the heck out of this. So stay tuned. Stampin' Up's annual catalog runs from May through April. And so this catalog will be done in April of next year. But they always have mini catalogs that they introduce throughout the year. The current mini catalog, of course, has all of the fall and Christmas um, items in it, and it runs through December 2025, so this month. A lot of the stuff in this catalog is actually in the last chance section. So you can still pick up a lot of these items while supplies last at discounted prices. But I am also excited to share with you the new mini catalog that's coming out in January and will run through April with the annual catalog. I'm not allowed to share with you anything in the catalog except for the front page, but let me tell you, there are lots of fun, wonderful items in this catalog. And today I get to share a couple of those things with you. I am extremely excited to share this paper pack with you. This is the product of the month for December of 2025. It is a gorgeous blue floral paper pack that you get for $5 with any qualifying purchase of $75 or more. This includes the balmy blue and night of navy colors with Stampin' Up. I also want to share with you, these are two new sets that's coming in this January catalog. I'll start with this set. It's called Sweet Bugs, and these are the Sweet Bug dies. And what I just love about this, look at this cuteness. And I just love the detail of, and they just all have different personalities, which, I think is great for kid layouts. Nice little sentiments. These would be great for scrapbooking as well as cards. Just love the little, look at the little mushrooms. Aren't they cute? And then also there's all these little dies. And look at this. It's a little snail, a dragonfly, a butterfly. Just so stinking cute. I'm just really excited to use both of these. Again, these are the Sweet Bugs bundle pack. They come separately, but I buy the bundle. Now, the other thing that I just love also for my male masculine paper pages and all my boy pages are gears, arrows, that kind of thing. And so they also have a stamp and die set called Gears and Textures. And this is just amazing. I just love, look at this background stamp. I mean, that is just going to really add to a lot of my masculine pages. There's this great splatter and a lot of grunge. It has these chains and all of just really neat things for masculine pages. Then it has the die cuts, of course, to be able to die cut all of those aspects out. I'm just really excited again to be able to use this. I plan on using these on all of our four-wheeling layouts that I really don't have a lot of things to embellish with for those layouts. So I'm really looking forward to using these as well. So with that in mind, let's get on with the collaborative sketch. So these are the photos that I have chosen to use for this layout. And I wanted to bring in the sketch back in to show you how I'm interpreting this sketch today. I am going to just keep it to one page, but I don't really have a large photo, and I have more than just two photos. So I used the way this is laid out just as inspiration for this layout that I have 5 pictures for. So this picture here is my hero photo. So that's going to be the larger photo, and it takes up most of the space of this larger photo here. And then I have a smaller photo that's just going to help finish off the space that that's using. This picture spot here, I'm actually going to use a landscape size, the same size photo, but still keep it askew up so that the title can fit down in here. And then it shows here that there's journaling here. What I'm going to do is I have 2 pictures here that are 3x4s. And so what I plan to do is use a flip flap to include my journaling right here where it states to use it. And then this circle indicates an embellishment spot. And so that's what I plan to do down here is just use an embellishment. So I use this as a jumping off point, but I'm going to make it my own. Now I have been coveting this paper pack and this stamp and die set since the new catalog came out in May of this year. I just got the paper. I've had the stamp set and die set for a bit, but I've been waiting on the paper to use it for no particular reason. But what's exciting about this is we go to a lot of wineries and breweries and those kinds of things. So that's why this paper pack, I have just been waiting to have it in my arsenal. But I just love all of these little cocktails, and the florals are petite and not very big. It's very colorful. On the B sides, there's also just some generic patterns that you can use for every day. But I just think this is so whimsical and so playful, and I'm just really excited to use this. So I get to actually use this paper pack with my stamps and die set today. Today's the day. So while trying to decide on my papers, I was thinking that I really liked this floral. I like the colors. I like that the flowers are small. And I felt like it went very well with the colors of my pictures, especially the red and orange colors in this photo here. So what I really like to do is try to use one piece of paper of this so that I'm not just cutting into papers randomly for other things. So I wanted to use this, but on the back side is this really bright orange, which I love, but I don't think I tried it underneath the photos, and it makes the photos dark, and it really, I feel like, makes us look like we're tanning with the wrong tanning lotion. So I did not want to use that. So I went into my stash to look for cardstock that would match this paper, and I came up with this green. And I really liked this lighter green. I think that the photos pop off of it. I feel like it goes really well with this paper as well as the other photos on here. Then when I started trying to go back to adding this floral in, it was kind of like, okay, now I'm going to cut into this one sheet of paper for a couple of strips. Is there anything in the collection that would work just as well? And so I started looking at this floral thinking, oh, well, the purples would go really nice with that green. Guess what's on the back of this? Look at that green color. Isn't that pretty? So I decided to use one sheet of paper. So what I'm going to do is bring this in here. Now look at how nice those pictures look on that green. I believe this is Old Olive. And then I'm going to cut a strip here and a strip here and flip the paper so that this purple and green floral sits at the top and at the bottom of the paper. So I'm going to cut that and put that together, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've gone ahead and cut this piece of paper. This is a 2-inch strip and this is a 2-inch strip. And all I did was cut 2 inches twice, and then flipped this middle paper so that the back side of it showed. And I just think that this looks very, very endearing, very nice, catches the mood that I'm wanting to create. And the other thing that's nice about it is that I only used one piece of paper. A big reason why I love this collection is for the fact that the die cuts actually fit along these drinks on the patterned paper, so that instead of fussy cutting them out, you can actually cut them straight off the paper. Now, the stamp set comes with these stamps that obviously later on you'll be able to cut out your ephemera. But while you still have the paper, you can just go ahead and cut out these pieces as well. You can pretty much cut out anything on this paper with these die cuts. Another twist is this piece of paper here. So this is just mark making with watercolor, but your cup or your glasses fit right over the top of those. So you can actually cut apart or fussy cut any of these out and it'll still look like your drink. So that's what I plan to do, is use this and then stamp out some garnishes for my drinks here. So while I'm die cutting these drinks, I wanted to tell you a little bit about the layout that I'm working on today. My best friend Autumn lives about 3 to 4 hours away from me. And we've often joked that that's why we're still best friends, is because we don't live in the same town. But we just chose to meet up halfway, which we do on occasion, in a town, a small town that had this little restaurant in it that was an old hotel called the Willard Hotel. You see it there in the picture. And so we just had lunch and shopped all the little stores and boutiques. It was extremely hot out that day, and we were just roasting. So once we got to the hotel slash bar and grill restaurant, we sat out on the patio under the large ceiling fans and just enjoyed some time together and a few cocktails. So that's why I wanted to use this particular collection to mark the occasion of just our friendship and just fun times and having making time for each other and having lunch together. So now with those die cut out, you can start to see this layout start coming together. So next, I'm going to go ahead and stamp a few of these garnishes for my drinks here, so that I can make these drinks be a little bit more three-dimensional. Stamping with a new stamp set. You got to remove all those oils from manufacturing before they stamp well. All the inks I'm using are retired close to my heart inks, but if they're still working for me, chances are likely you'd be able to find it out there in the crafting world somewhere. Stampin' Up has multiple colors that are close, that you could match up. Now I'm stamping these in color instead of black and then coloring them, because the flowers on the paper are watercolor and do not have any black outline to them. So I just kind of wanted to match that feel and go ahead and just use color instead of stamping them with black and then coloring them in with markers or watercolors or using a water brush with my inks. They're stamping really well and they're ready to die cut. And here are my little garnishes, all stamped and cut out and ready to add to my drinks. So let's go ahead and start to put this layout together. So I went ahead and attached all the background papers and kind of set this up to kind of what I want it to look like down here. And I really think that this is going to end up being a really cute layout. I know that I'm just going to put my title up here. That'll be next. But first, I wanted just a little bit of sentiment or something down here to ground this cocktail. I feel like these two are grounded by sitting on this patterned paper, but this one's kind of floating in space because I wanted these two offset a little bit. So I am going to create a word sentiment here using the cheers and sips stamps. I'm going to make cheers to us. And I'm going to stamp that out on white, and then I'm going to use my nested essential dies. Um, sorry, nope, stylish shape dies. I had the nested essentials, but these are the stylish shape dies, and I think I'm going to use one of these banner pieces. And either I'm going to have to decide what background paper I want to mat that sentiment in. I'm thinking maybe to bring out this purpley color somehow down here. Because I want to use that in the script up here of my title as well. So I'm going to do that off camera and then bring it back in for you to see. I just love how these word sentiments look with the stitching around the edges. Word sentiments are a perfect way to finish off your embellishment clusters and work well to cover up any spaces you need to hide. So now that I have this kind of laid out, I want to work on my title as well as what I'm going to do to outline this word sentiment down here to make it pop off the page just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in all of my purple scraps here of cardstock and see if we can't find something that will match up with this cardstock here, or this paper pack. Now, this was the first thing that I saw, and it's actually not too bad. But then at the same time, that's too purpley. I was thinking of maybe more of this lilac color, but when I put it down here, I don't really like it as much. There's this very extremely dark purple, but that's almost too blue. I just think that this right here is going to be our best bet. I think that it matches it the best, and it's just going to be used as our offset anyway. So we're going to go ahead with this. Okay, so I've added all of my pieces in. Nothing is stuck down except for the background. So I have my hero photo here matted on this same violet purple color as I do my word sentiment down here and my title. And I'm finding I really, really like this. I'm liking this down here, but my title is getting lost. So I tried to maybe think about moving it down here somewhere, but I'm thinking that the background of it is too dark to go there. So then I played with it, maybe coming here, down here, and then it was kind of like I felt like it was center heavy and still needs something up here. So when in doubt, go back to your sketch. So I'm going to bring the sketch back in here so you can see what I mean. So this is the sketch we're doing. And here's a banner. Now I have a banner on my word sentiment. So I decided that my title just needs a banner up here too. So I'm going to cut one really quick. So I went looking through my paper pads, and one of the ones I got from Ollie's, this Park Lane Little Sunshine. I knew this was going to come in handy. I found just this simple yellow with white polka dots. And what I found interesting was when I line this up kind of like this, you can see the shape of that banner outline. So it's going to be really easy to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out and see what it looks like up here. Okay, so I have mounted my title to this background yellow with white polka dot paper, and I do like it better. And then I switched these two glasses because the yellow now kind of brings your eye through here, and this red is now away from the red in this picture. So it kind of balances a little bit better. So the last thing I think I'm going to do is ink around the outside of this title. Let me do that and we will finish this layout. So I have everything glued down and I've attached my flip flap that opens here with my journaling. So once I did that though, I realized that this is what I had done, what I had planned. And this flip flap goes over the top of that. So what I had to do was rip this off, and this is what the back of it looks like now. Now the front of it is pretty satisfactory, so I don't ever care what the back of it looks like, but this is what it did to my layout. So you can see where it's ripped up this paper here, and it's ripped off this paper, and taken some of the ink off of the picture. Now, I used to get upset about stuff like this, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to fix this so that you can start calling this, instead of a mistake, it's a happy accident. And with happy accidents, we just embellish more. Okay, layout completed. So now I have my title here. I've lifted that up. I have my hero photo with a coordinating mat. I have my cluster here that turned out wonderfully. I added my flip flap, and I actually fixed, by adding this to the flip flap, it still makes this cluster look cohesive, but then this will be on the outside of the layout, and you can use it as a tab. And I just added the same background paper as my title here as just another banner, and covered up all of that problem area. I may put another word sentiment here, haven't decided yet, and then I just need to add my journaling. So I hope you enjoyed this layout. I absolutely love a good sketch challenge, and I love being a part of this collab. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and watch for more organization. We are getting ready for Project Catch Up in 2026, and I am just really excited. I will see you in the next video. Keep scrapping that stash. Bye-bye for now. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you the next time.